peninsula, we stare across the bay. From the peninsula, we talk of yesterday, of the parties that were over, who the midnight boys took home. And now I sit and watch streetwalkers standing next to a payphone. Out for a moonlight swim, she glides across the bay. We took a motor car, we say we meet you halfway. And we waited for an hour, we searched the whole next day, and they never found nobody. Some parties just end up that way. When you go out with a bad boy, you do things that you shouldn't do. When you go out with a bad girl, you do things you thought you wouldn't do, you thought you couldn't do. Like a crystal ship, the poet's words will stay. Like a teenage nymph, he gave too much away. They used to find him in the morning, his head held in his hands, and he'd be crying about Lolita. He says no one's ever gonna understand. He talked of Indians, he said they never lose their way. But with us white men, the magic can go away. Some say the opium drove him crazy, the Beaujolais drove him insane. But there's an Indian girl named Lolita dancing down in Mexico in steaming rain. When you go out with a bad boy, you do things that you shouldn't do. When you go out with a bad girl, you do things you thought you wouldn't do, you thought you couldn't do. There's not a word of truth in anything I say, and I can't tell a lie. I was brought up that way. You see, these stories have no meaning except for what you can see. Of party girls, broken poets, they're not too different from you and me. When you go out with a bad boy, you do things that you shouldn't do. When you go out with a bad girl, you do things you thought you I'm sweating all my dreams away. The hotel says I better pay, and the border closed up yesterday. So I crawl to the phone, take out the dirty matchbook. I got the number written on, but a voice says he's gone. Dr. Calabash ain't home. I wonder how I got this far. Tequila from a jelly jar. I used to be a soap opera star. So I crawl out the hall. Sounds like the next room they're really having a ball, but a sign says it all. Dr. Calabash ain't home. Ooh-wee, what's gonna happen to me? Shucks, I'm overdrawn on all my luck. Oh no, the tarot card said I better go. Oh no. Thank God I got my saxophone, so I don't feel completely alone. The bellhop says I'm coming along. I say I used to play every day down at the 305 Lounge down Hempstead Way, till one day they said, hey, I'm sorry son, but you cannot stay. Dr. Calabash has come home. Number one, let's have fun. Number two, what will we do? Number three, come with me. Number four, through what job? Number five, hey, give it a try. Number six, is that shit? Number seven, this is good. Number eight, this feels great. Number nine, this feels fine. Number 10, let's do it again. 'Cause Dr.